I'm so glad you're here. I know it's been a while. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I just want to do a simple meditation on going deeper, finding those timeless spaces in our lives when we need them most. Now, if you'd like to fall asleep while listening, then you can imagine going deeper and deeper into sleep. And if you'd like to use this video as a meditation on going deeper into those timeless places in life, then of course you're very welcome to join me in that. We're just going to start off with some breathing. And what I'm going to encourage you to do is something that I encourage my daughter to do. I'm going to do a little bit of energy plucking for you. We're going to pluck away any negative energy, and then we're going to put good energy gently back in. So allow yourself to relax. Just relax. Be in whatever position is comfortable for you. There's no prescribed position. You can sit, you can lie down, whatever feels good to you. And I just want you to breathe normally. And as you breathe and as we pluck away any negative energy, I want you to let your breathing deepen and lengthen. So here we go. We're just going to pluck away any negative energy. If you're feeling stressed or anxious, if you're carrying anger or frustration, if there's something that you're worried about, right now that's not the time to focus on those negative things. If you're sad, or maybe dealing with some depression, let's get rid of all that. All gone, all gone. And you know what? It's okay to release that energy outside of yourself in this gentle way, because the universe is big enough to take care of it, to let it turn back into another kind of energy. Because in some ways, energy is energy. And we don't even have to look at these things that we sometimes consider negative as negative energy per se. It's just energy. But sometimes when it's inside of us, it can feel disruptive. Now, let's put some peace in. Peace, 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 peace. Relax. Let yourself relax. Let your body relax. Let your brain relax. And we're going to go a little deeper. Okay. Lately, I've been listening to a meditation podcast series called Turning to the Mystics with James Finley. And I will put a link in the description so that if you are interested in listening to this series, you can. James Finley has a very lovely, soothing voice and wonderful way of speaking. And he is looking at the Christian mystics. I grew up in the Christian church and have recently stopped going to church, but I am still very interested in being grateful for the good things about the religion that I was raised in, and not discarding everything just because there are some things that I don't like or don't agree with. And I find that I very much relate to mystics of all stripes. So, what I'm going to do is take you through a visualization. I would love it if for this you would close your eyes. Just close your eyes, let them close. And we're going to imagine ourselves walking along a beach. It's a beautiful day, not too hot and not too cold, just comfortable. And we walk down the sand to the shore where the waves are lapping at the shoreline. And we take off our shoes. We feel our feet hugging the sand, hugging the earth where it meets the ocean. And we walk down into the water. We put our feet in the water. You can look down and see toes wiggling there as the waves kiss them. Just that thin little last part of the wave. Now what we're going to do is go a little bit deeper. Walk just a little deeper into the ocean. Now, when we look down, we can see below us not only our feet through the clear water, but we can see all sorts of beautiful stones and shells. In our lives, we're often looking down at beautiful things. We spend a lot of time in these shallow places, and that's okay. There's a lot to explore in the shallows, and I don't think that we need to forsake them entirely. We can find so much beauty in our normal, everyday life if we just look at it the right way. So, there are tiny little fish. There are sand crabs. Nothing that's going to pinch you or bother you, don't worry. Now, as we are exploring these shallows, we may become curious. We know that there's a wide ocean spreading out in front of us, mysterious and beautiful. And in this visualization, there are no barriers, no boundaries as far as what our human selves are capable of. This ocean isn't necessarily like the real ocean, but this is the ocean of our reality. And there's so much there to explore. We can look out and we can see the waves and wonder what's beneath. We can step in and walk the shallows of the shore. We can look at little rock pools filled with wonders, and we can also go deeper. So, we're going to imagine stepping into the ocean deep, deep, deep. There's nothing to be afraid of. In this visualization, we breathe just as comfortably underwater as in the air. And the ocean is just as warm and nice as the air around us. So, I'm going to count down from 10, and with each count, we're going to walk a little deeper into the ocean. It might feel a little bit scary because we don't know what's there, but we know that it is there for us. So here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're quite deep now, but we want to go even deeper. Right now, perhaps our head is still above the waves. Here we can look around us, and we are a small thing in the vast ocean. We know we're not the only thing in the ocean, and that's a good thing. We also know that it's comforting to have the ocean hugging us, caressing our bodies, making us feel weightless and part of itself. How generous and accepting it is. This is a world that wants you in it. This is a world where you belong. You are part of it. Your body and your spirit are part of this world. We are swimming in this ocean in the same way as we walk woodland trails. So, now we're going to go under. We're going to go deep. Alright. We take a deep breath as we look at the sky and the waves around us. And then we let ourselves sink a little deeper. And a little deeper. Now we're under the water. Here it is still light from the sun above. But as we sink deeper, we're not going to be in utter darkness. We have our own light that is within us that glows, and that light is familiar with the light of the ocean, the energy of this ocean, this place around us. Our light is comfortable in this place, so you can imagine yourself glowing with this light as you sink into the ocean, and it reveals its wonders to you. It's very peaceful here, so peaceful. It's so quiet. Now that we're below the waves, we don't hear their sound. We hear the peace of the ocean. And we feel ourselves becoming at home there. As you breathe, let your breath expand slowly. Imagine your breath like a little ball inside of you. With each breath, that ball gets a little bigger. And a little bigger. And a little bigger. Now it's touching the limits of the inside of your body, the ball of your breath. Let it expand so that it's right below your skin. And then the next time, let it pass through your skin. And then let it grow bigger so that your breath is like a beautiful bubble surrounding you. And as you breathe, you can make this bubble as large as you like. Let your breath expand as fully as is comfortable for you here in the calm, quiet ocean. And as you become more peaceful, other things around you notice your peace. When you have peace, you can bring peace, and that is a gift. Imagine, while you are there, your favorite sea creature detecting your bubble of peace. For me, it's a whale. So I can imagine swimming toward me from a distance and slowly growing larger. The beautiful, huge form of a whale. Maybe for you, it's a peaceful bobbing jellyfish or a dolphin. It can even be a shark. It can be whatever you want, because in this situation, there's nothing to fear. This is your dream creature, that thing in life that you would love to encounter and be recognized by. For me, it's the whale growing closer and so close until it fills my whole vision. And then we can just look at each other and recognize each other. Maybe we'll reach out. I can reach out my hand and touch it and feel that connection from one creature to another. Maybe the creature stays, and maybe it swims slowly and calmly away, having been blessed by your touch and the peace that you imparted to it. Now, while we are here in this calm place together, I'm going to read you a passage from Thomas Merton from the New Seeds of Contemplation. This is the passage that in the podcast I'm listening to, James Finley read and based his meditation on, and I found it very inspiring. Now, I have changed the pronouns in this meditation so that it is neither he nor she. I'm going to go with they today because I feel that is more encompassing of the eternal. Alright. Merton writes, "What is serious to humans is often very trivial in the sight of eternal all-being. What in the eternal might appear to us as play is perhaps what they themselves takes more seriously. At any rate, the eternal plays and diverts themselves in the garden of creation, and if we could let go of our own obsession with what we think is the meaning of it all, we might be able to hear the call and follow into the mysterious cosmic dance. We do not have to go very far to catch echoes of that game and of that dancing. When we are alone on a starlit night, when by chance we see the migrating birds in autumn descending on a grove of junipers to rest and eat, when we see children in a moment when they are really children, when we know love in our own hearts, or when, like the Japanese poet Basho, we hear an old frog land in a quiet pond with a solitary splash. At such times, the awakening, the turning inside out of all values, the newness, the emptiness, and the purity of vision that make themselves evident provide a glimpse of the cosmic dance. For the world and time are the dance of the eternal in emptiness. The silence of the spheres is the music of a wedding feast. The more we persist in misunderstanding the phenomena of life, the more we analyze them out into strange finalities and complex purposes of our own, the more we involve ourselves in sadness, absurdity, and despair. But it does not matter much, because no despair of ours can alter the reality of things, or stain the joy of the cosmic dance which is always there. Indeed, we are in the midst of it, and it is in the midst of us, for it beats in our very blood, whether we want it to or not. Yet the fact remains that we are invited to forget ourselves on purpose, cast our awful solemnity to the winds, and join in the general dance. Now, as you look around in your bubble of light under the ocean, perhaps you see other bubbles, because here we all are together. Hello. And we can join with each other under the ocean here, in these timeless places, or we can practice being here alone. Both of these are good things. And these are places that are always available to us. I love the idea in that passage from Merton that it does not depend upon us. It does not depend upon our awareness or our belief. But that there is always this deep, calm place, this dance going on all the time and everywhere. And we are always invited to dive deeper, to dance, and to come and have peace, and to explore the depths of our consciousness and of our world. So now you can feel free to stay here for as long as you like. You can let your bubble float to the surface if you choose. You can remain safely and calmly underwater as you meditate or fall asleep. And whenever you are ready, just let yourself float gently upward and walk back on shore. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you are feeling relaxed. I hope that you can join the dance. I hope that you can find the peaceful places in life whenever you need to. I'll see you soon. Peace to you.